West London travels to South East London as Fulham take on Charlton on a significant night at both ends of the Sky Bet Championship. A month ago, many thought the race for automatic promotion was over. 11 points stood between the top two and the rest. But tonight, Fulham are presented with the opportunity to close that gap to just a single point. A weekend of 1-0s that all fell in Fulham's favour after they edged out Middlesbrough at Craven Cottage on Friday night, followed by defeats for Leeds and then West Brom by the same scoreline. Means what looked like a closed shop now has its door wide open. Did we really ever think the Championship would be such a procession? There is only one story that matters in this part of South East London tonight. A little over 2 hours ago, Charlton officially announced that they had got the signature they had been waiting for. Lee Bowyer agreeing to lead the club through this relegation fight and remain with Charlton for the next 3 years. The boy who came through the club as a player, now leading Charlton through a period of real hope after the dark days of the Roland Duchâtelet ownership. The battle to survive awaits. Charlton have been sliding down the Championship since their 6-game unbeaten start to the season, which saw them as high as second, came to an end. They have won just 1 of their last 16 games and are just 5 points above the relegation zone, and with a squad depleted by injury. Having worked until the final seconds of last season to get into the Championship, they may have to battle just as long to remain here. Let's take a look at the team news, and it's good news for Charlton with the return of a handful of key players. Although Lee Bowyer remains without several starters, he makes 6 changes tonight with Ben Purrington, captain Jason Pearce, Albie Morgan, Josh Cullen, Erhan Oztumer and Tom Ahmed, who has been a curse of Fulham in the past, all able to come into the side. So the Charlton 11 in full. Dylan Phillips in goal, a back 3 of Tom Lockyer, Jason Pearce and Ben Purrington. Ahead of them, a midfield 5 of Adam Matthews, Albie Morgan, Darren Pratley, Josh Cullen and Alfie Doughty. And then ahead of them, Erhan Oztumer operating in the number 10 behind Tom Ahmed. As for Fulham, Scott Parker has injury problems of his own, with the leading scorer and the man they lean so much upon for goals, Aleksandar Mitrovic, out injured. He's forced into 1 change tonight, with another injury in the attacking department. Anthony Knockout, scorer of the solitary goal in the win against Middlesbrough, ruled out. Harry Arter comes into the side. So Fulham lining up like this. Alec Rodak in goal, the back 4 of Denis Adoy, Michael Hector, Tim Ream and Joe Bryan. Ahead of them, a midfield 3 of Josh Onomar, Kevin McDonald and Harry Arter. The front 3 of Ivan Cavallero, Bobby De Cordova-Reid, and we think Tom Cairney just to the left of that 3. We are underway at the Valley. A wave of positivity around here right now. Drawn-out takeover of the club happening just into the new year. Just a couple of hours ago, Lee Bowyer committing his future to the club. Huge night at both ends of the Championship table. Only touch for Tim Ream, who'll have plenty of them this evening. No player has had more touches in the Championship this season. The Fulham centre-half, here's Tom Cairney. Perhaps he's playing slightly deeper than we thought. Michael Hector slotted seamlessly into this Fulham side. Initially arrived from Chelsea on New Year's Day, training Fulham bizarrely for 3 months before joining. Cordova-Reid, another example of his flexibility and adaptability for the win at Craven Cottage. This Middlesbrough Friday night, maybe a central forward position, but drop deeper, much deeper than Aleksandar Mitrovic operates when he spearheads the Fulham attack. contributions on the night. Reed. Change of passes. Arthur looking to snap in. Such a tricky customer. An early chance here for Charlton, perhaps. Hector is beaten. The cross comes in. Rodak trying to keep it alive. Let's go behind. Opportunity here for Charlton. 9 times this season. Score from these corner situations. That's as many as anyone in the Championship. Defending the end. The supporters are housed here this evening. Flighted in, and it's headed away by Hector. Breaks at the back post, fired back across goal. Very fortuitously comes off Joe Bryan. Straight to Rodak. Wastes no time in looking to set Fulham forwards. Nero slips. Josh Clubb hooks it on first time to us too. Threads it out to the left. Wants to cross here, and it's into the side netting. Another deflected cross and another Charlton corner. Beauty this time causing the problems. Charlton off to a flyer at Deepdale at the weekend. Inside 5 minutes, but failed to hold on to. 2 goals to 1, 20 points. The Bowyer side have passed up from winning positions. Already this season. Corner sent towards the back post this time. Martin making his first start since October and helped Fulham get the ball away. To smile around here at the Valley now after the street investments officially completed and take over of the club in the new year. The club is closer to Greenwich, where the entire world's time is set against. And not many clubs would have been as welcoming of a new decade to Charlton Athletic. New ownership promising to engage again with the local community. Ray, dark chapter. This club's 114-year history. It's Fulham look to fly forwards here. Harry Arter. Plenty of runners making their way forwards. Caballero, can he find the crosses into the side netting? 3 Fulham players really well positioned there. Wasted opportunity. Side Championship this season has had fewer goal scorers away from home than Fulham. Just 4 different players have scored, all of them away from Craven Cottage this season. And Sandra Mitrovic scored 9 of their 16 goals, so someone has to step up here tonight. Fulham want to close the gap on Leeds United to just a single point. Side knows as well as Fulham. Together in the second half of the season in the chase for promotion. They were incredible 2 years ago. A 23-game unbeaten run. It's just brought the pressure. Now Bryan, first real chance for him to get forwards this evening. He made Fulham's goal in the win against Middlesbrough on Friday night. Now Kearney. Reed. Looks like he's going to float around the Fulham front 3 tonight. So I wouldn't expect Fulham to have plenty of possession. It's what they do. Onuma does well. Still Josh Onuma looks to send his effort goalwards, deflected behind by Lockyer. A couple of half opportunities for Fulham in a matter of moments. Snapping over this Fulham corner. Ability to work it short. exactly what they do. Bryant. Valero looks to in the cross, blocked by Ostuma. Ariata. Possession by Fulham, just much too far ahead of Bryan and Pearce. Back to Dylan Phillips, who can send it up towards halfway. Real boost for Charlton to have a number of players back available for selection this evening. Lee Bowyer lamenting after their loss at Preston at the weekend that they were asking too much of the younger players that were having to come into the side. Ball play by Onuma. Doughty. Stuck by Adoy, wins his side, a throw deep in Fulham territory. Charlton into this game in 19th place in the Championship, 5 points above the relegation zone. Been a wretched run of form. A win in 16 games for Lee Bowyer's side, who made a remarkable start to the campaign. The momentum perhaps carried through from that memorable afternoon at Wembley. Scored in the 94th minute. Beat Sunderland. The man who scored that goal, Patrick Bauer, scored the goal that beat them at the weekend for Preston. Hit off by Ken to Ariata. Fulham with plenty of players ahead of the ball. Lighted out to the far side. Onuma. Placed up by Matthews, rolls it back to Bryan. Send in a dangerous low cross, turned away by Lockyer. Who's having a fine season for Charlton. So, a Welsh international as well. It's Fulham immediately back with the ball. To drop off. Dover Reid played as a midfielder for Bristol City before Lee Johnson got into a striking position. Johnson, 18-goal season and a crack at the Premier League with Cardiff City, which didn't quite work out, but he showed a real intelligence performance against Middlesbrough on Friday night. Fulham press here, forced back to Dylan Phillips, who hits it away. Every minute now of Charlton's last 50 league games, Dylan Phillips, and he's been busier than anybody in the Championship this season. No goalkeeper has made more saves than him. Scott Parker right on the edge of that technical areas. Two men who know this club so well, both coming through the youth system here. Risky pass to Pearce with Valero looking to pounce. Scott Parker back here tonight at Charlton for the first time as a manager. Returned on many occasions as a player and was honest enough to admit yesterday that he really had the best of receptions. Leave the club on the best of terms when he made his move across London to Chelsea. Cavallera. McDonald. Fourth start of the season for Kevin McDonald. to it by Lockyer. Coincidence that Fulham have started to tighten things up since McDonald came back into that deep midfield position. 16 sheets for the first time this season. Let's give them a layer of protection ahead of their defensive line. 42 games the year, one promotion to the Premier League. We had a look in this campaign under Scott Parker. He's in possession now. Play taken long to emerge. Fulham seeing 74% of the ball already this evening. Cavalier. Moriarty. It's over on the far side. Joe Bryant up to that touchline, but instead it's Cordova-Reid. Cordova-Reid again, pushed forwards to Onward. Cordova-Reid has a go. Pushed around the post by Phillips. Very comfortable. Found their rhythm very early on here, Fulham. That's a hit. Cordova-Reid. Made a blistering start. Game against Middlesbrough. They should have been out of sight, Fulham, in no time at all. It's a nervy second half as they hold on to that precarious 1-0 lead. Again, the corner works short. Cavalier across to Tom Kearney to keep it on his left foot. And back to Bryant. Create the angle for the cross. He sends it in, and it might just break for McDonald, who's beaten to it. Good sliding challenge by Crackney. Now Oztuma taking a risk on the edge of his area. Confident player has Tuma. Keeps the ball very close to his toes. With it there. Hasn't really found his best form since arriving at Charlton. Oztuma used to play his football just down the road from Dulwich Hamlet, which has been his rise through the pyramid. Touches of the ball for him on Friday night, playing at right back. Very versatile player, Dennis Odoi. Operates anywhere across the back line. And Josh Cullen, first start in a dozen games for him. Player much needed to return after Charlton lost Conor Gallagher. Rushing blow, really. Chelsea to recall him from his loan. Ship him out to Swansea. Impact. Debut for the club at the weekend as Tom Kearney looks to make an impact here for Fulham. Looks to roll it to Cordova-Reid, and it's straight at Phillips. It's not taking much to open up Charlton here. And Phillips stands in the way. Another save to add to his long list of them this season. Finding the gaps in and around that defensive three. Two corners so far tonight and work both of them short. It's time go towards the back post, but Phillips plucks that one from the sky. Trying to get the side moving there. Cordova-Reid a nuisance and an obstacle. Charlton do here, charging forwards. Cavalier for his defensive work perhaps, but he got back there to help out his side. Purrington, Oztuma was towards the back post, but too much on it. Just the reminder there to Fulham. Perhaps a Charlton tactic here this evening to catch them on the counter. Susceptible to it, Fulham, no doubt about that. For Fulham to have possession. They've been caught out 4 times at home this season, losing to sides who rank in the bottom 10 in terms of possession in the Championship. Sides that set themselves up to play direct or to go on the counter. Made that admission to the Middlesbrough game that sides do look to pick off this Fulham team. Cavallero. Martin. McDonald. Martin once more. Plenty of bodies back. Himself on the over. Cavallero rolls it. McDonald. Over Reed in the middle along with Ivan Cavallero, and it's tied but behind by Burrington. Pressure continues to build from Fulham. One defeat now for Scott Parker's side in their last 6 games. After a run of 3 successive defeats which had clouds hanging over Craven Cottage. Into that game against Leeds United just before Christmas, they could have been 15 points off the top 2 had they lost. The corner comes in and it's punched away through the crowd by Dylan Phillips, and now a chance for Doughty to break, and he's got plenty of pace. Oztuma offers himself in support, still Doughty into the area. Just held up and looked a touch indecisive as Fulham got bodies back. But again, Charlton counter. Under pressure, does well. Cavallero just prods it away. Charge of the situation for Charlton. Williams on the bench tonight for Charlton as he continues his comeback from injury. The Championship in assists before picking up a bad one in October. Burrington. Bradley, who joined his best a run of successive starts for Charlton right now. Partly, of course, due to the multitude of injuries that Bowyer had to navigate through the hectic festive period. Burrington's good run forwards and he looks to turn inside. Adoy into the area, pulls the ball back, couldn't pick anybody out. But Charlton showing contain a threat themselves, having plenty of possession, but Charlton looking menacing when they move forwards. Up here, and Brian does well. Still down by Pratt. Sphere inside the valley this evening, the fans beginning to return. He stayed away in the regime of William Bouchelet. Stay away chairman who some fans do the same. Turbulent period in Charlton's history. 9 permanent managers, 3 caretakers as well. Finally, right at the end of the tunnel, settled scene it seems. This November 7. Bowyer, the man they wanted to remain at the club and to lead them through the upcoming years. Signing a new contract to remain in charge of Charlton. 3 years, that was announced just a couple of hours before kick-off. Kearney has found some space, but quite on the same wavelength as Onomar there, but they get away with it. Charlton to work hard this evening. Squad to work so hard in recent weeks, down to the limited numbers they've had to lean upon. Avery's youth system here, Charlton's academy manager, does a remarkable job with so many players through the years. Nearly a half-century of players now under him graduated to the first team as Brian comes forward. and it's only inches away. Always a threat, getting forwards from full-back Joe Bryant. Just opened up for him, just couldn't quite sneak his effort inside the far post. Opening you up in many ways, Fulham. Need to get the full-backs forward, get them involved. Another game going on in the Championship this evening. Nottingham Forest still ready, no score so far. Game as we approach the midway point here at the Valley. Game perhaps playing out to the pattern we expected. Fulham using plenty of the ball. Charlton to catch out their visitors on the counter though this evening. Dropping deep, it's a different Fulham system to what we've seen. Alexander Mitrovic is in the side. Scored over 40% of Fulham's goals this season. Alexander Mitrovic, no side has relied upon a single player. Scored goals more than him in the Championship this season. It's perhaps the biggest test that they've had without the Serbian as well. 3 times has he to start for Fulham. 81 games since joining the club. 2 times they've been without him this season, have both been at home. First time on their travels without him in the side. Yeah, the pressure by Kearney, but allows the ball to roll behind. For Fulham at the weekend, and they get to take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City side in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Similar styles of play, an interesting battle. The Etihad as Hector gets his head to it. In the FA Cup. Distractions, but win against Aston Villa just after New Year at Craven Cottage seemed to build the confidence in Scott Parker's side. Great ball by Harry Arter to win that game. Back here for Charlton. Fulham, plenty of space for them to drop the ball in behind. For Lockyer at the back post, manages to head it back across goal. And McDonald calmly hits the ball away. Right from set pieces, Tom Lockyer. Scored here against West Brom. 2-2 draw in Charlton's last home game. On the pitch so far this evening. And Matthews looks to turn away, looks to drive Charlton back into Fulham territory. Positive run by the fullback. This is knocked down by Bryant. Wanama, pressure by Pratley. Player, of course, now Pratley's yesterday saying he's really found his rhythm by being able to play succession of games. Charlton midfield, something that to wait. Good time to do. His time in possession. Pressure from Helen. Tom Helen, who has a wonderful record against Fulham. 5 goals against them in just 3 games. More goals against in English football than any other. Boost for Charlton to having him in the starting lineup. Kenny doesn't often get it wrong, but he does on that occasion. Out and forwards, but too far ahead of him. Start in 11 games. Real young Alfie Doughty, just 20 years of age. They are his only Senior League starts a player. Afforded his chance in this Charlton side by the spate of injuries they suffered. It's touched by Arthur and Pratley goes down. Charlton with a free kick. Promising position here. It's Tuna. Josh Cullen standing over the set piece. Not the best of deliveries, headed away by Brian. Battle going on in the middle there between Pearce and Onomar. Matthews with this Charlton throw. Finds the run of Pratley, who wins Charlton the corner. Situations have been profitable for Lee Bowyer's side this season. Edging their way back into this game, Charlton. Right inside the area to try and pick out. It's a deep delivery. Lockyer goes down. Harry Arter penalised for the challenge. Morgan down. For example, a young player getting his chance at Charlton. He was on loan at Ipsfleet back in November. Featured 11 of the last 13 games. Two, standing over the dead ball for Charlton. Cullen was 2. Defence lining up only 10 yards away from where this free kick is being taken. It's just clipped in. Skips away off the turf. Themselves into problems doing this season. They conceded early to Luton. Similar fashion as Charlton now scurries forward. Good purposeful run by Harry Arter. Onoma. Through this time. Work by Purrington. So he was withdrawn after just 27 minutes of Charlton's draw against Queen's Park Rangers just before Christmas. All Bowyer saying after the game that to look nervous. Referee just having a conversation with our referee Steve Martin. Push on up to an offside position. Sheets in 16 games for that man, Dylan Phillips. Charlton in that run here this evening. Headed for Tim Reed. For the switch of play. It's out by Bryant. Animated outside of the technical area there. Desperate to win here tonight. First visit to the Valley as a manager. Coaches his official role is at Fulham. Away from Purrington. Still on him up. Now into the area. Fulham up through in possession. Things get touched tight there, but it's flicked away. Had to go through the back of Thomas Hemmett. Steve Martin allows play to continue. Martin. Waiting for the run of Brian, who wins Fulham a corner. This is not so much a strength going forwards for Fulham this season. Of course, much of their damage from open play. Teams about to work away in behind, but a chance here from a set-piece situation for them. Crowded 6-yard area. Clipped into the front post, away by Matthews. Now again, Charlton can look to counter. Doughty might have to go alone here. Trying to tull away from Tim Reed. 10 minutes to go until half-time. Intent with the way that his side have restricted Fulham to a few opportunities so far. The threat that they've located the counter. So perhaps that isn't a great deal of goals. It's Charlton team tonight. To score his first goal for the club. Pulled down on his chest there. Hector steps across it. Losing figure. Michael Hector. It's going to be a good battle between those two as the night unfolds. Surely relieved now to be permanently at a different club. So many loan spells away from Chelsea. this Fulham defensive line. Alfie Mawson to the side. So he started the opening 25 league games of the season. Defense paying for a free kick for the challenge on Josh Carr, but it's Fulham looking to build once more. Don pivoting that Fulham midfield. Patient, so patient this season. Go in, this team has been so much chopping and changing. Fulham midfield three. Injuries in that part of the pitch. Harry Arter had a long time out. Harrison Reed currently sidelined. Teams have been good so far. Kevin McDonald. Possession again here for Fulham. Harry Arter charging forwards. Went with him. O'Brien to move his way past a couple of challenges. It's two no way out there. Great mercy for Brooks. Their struggles in recent months, Charlton, but beaten in the last three here at the Valley, including incredible draw, one which would have been appreciated by their opponents tonight when they held West Brom 2-2 here 4 days ago. It has been a remarkable month. By Championship standards, West Brom and Leeds look so far away. The rest of the division, but they both stuttered, both faltered for the last few weeks, and Fulham looking to get right amongst it. The victory here tonight. West Brom most definitely looking over their shoulder. Ball kick out presents Fulham with possession. Play by Pratt. To the ball, but it's still Cavallero in possession. He finds Tom Kearney. Now Harry Arter. Doy forwards. Full back. The sense of the ball so far tonight, Fulham. Can argue perhaps created too much with it. A couple of early chances they had, but 4 in this first half, 2 on target. To test Rodak, the Fulham goal. Green. McDonald. Can sit behind the ball. Hector landing some movement and gets it from McDonald. Hard. Again. Arter. Going anywhere here. Teams Charlton out of position. Hector out to the far side. Not allowing Fulham to find a way through so far. Just the touch. Mosaic in their possession. Just need to move things a little faster. Arter can strike from that kind of range. He lays it off to Onomah, who moves possession away. Just a few Fulham shoulders drop there. Period of possession came to nothing. Have been perhaps winning a different way in recent games. In the last 4 matches they've won by a goal to nil. Kamara perhaps would have stepped in. Get left by Alexander Mitrovic, has picked up an injury of his own. Very well, pace of the Serbian in October. He got his chance when Mitrovic was suspended, scored both goals. A home win against Queen's Park Rangers. To work things a little different here. No real target man in their attack. No focal point. Very well on Friday. Looking deeper. Pick up the play with the two wide players, but playing a touch further infield than usual. They are a real threat. Wide players of Fulham, and of course they also have no knock-on here this evening, who scored the goal. Beat Middlesbrough. For the way he tried to win back possession there. Fulham players not happy. Battle, Michael Hector. Under pressure, continuing to work on. Poor touch by Pearson, it might just set Fulham on their way. Dickled over Reed. Can he find a finish? It's straight at Phillips for a second time tonight. Saw him have a similar chance earlier in the half. And a strike. Real problem for Dylan Phillips. Fulham some encouragement here as we move into the final minutes of this first half. Steps in, it's there. There was Tuma. Down the line by Morgan. Their support, encouraging their side forwards. Is there time for them to create one more chance before half-time? Onuma. 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. Valera. Charlton behind the ball, organised. Can Fulham work a way through? Arter. Brian. And he offers himself, clever run. The edge of the area, still Tom Kemp. Too many options for Fulham in the middle as Kearney looks to send in the cross. And that perhaps sums up the first half that they've had in the final third. Charlton will be happy to have this 15-minute break now. They've done a lot of hard running, a lot of concentration. Fulham in possession. Phillips a bit overly tested in the Charlton goal. Watching 3 saves in this first half. There is the half-time whistle. Well, Not too much to talk about, if truth be told. Fulham, as expected, seen plenty of the ball. They've had the better chances, but failed to make the most of the sights of goal that they've had. Charlton, what has already been a good night for them, with Lee Bowyer signing a new contract with the club. They've had a threat going forwards on the counter, but they haven't had an attempt on target in the first 45 minutes. Plenty to think about for Scott Parker as he makes his way down a tunnel he knows so well here at the Valley. Half-time, it's Charlton 0, Fulham 0. Welcome back to the Valley. No score at half-time between Charlton Athletic and Fulham. A huge night at both ends of the table. Fulham have the chance to go to within a single point of Leeds United in second place. As for Charlton, well, 5 points keeping them from the relegation zone right now. They can turn this draw into a win. It would be a significant 3 points for them. They have won just one of their last 16 games. Got to work hard in that first 45 minutes. Fulham having 72% of the ball. Carved Charlton open too many times. Didn't create too many clear-cut chances. And Charlton so far haven't worked Marek Rodak in the Fulham goal. Championship immeasurably in recent weeks. Thought West Brom and Leeds had it all sewn up in mid-December. How different the picture looks now. Charlton win themselves an early corner here at the start of the second half. And still making their way back to their seats. It's already been a good night for Charlton. Lee Bowyer agreeing a 3-year contract to stay on as the club's manager. That was the priority of the new owners when they came in over the club earlier this month. Corner is flighted in and Hector heads it away. Use of the body by Arter, who can hit Fulham moving forwards. Hit Tom Kearney. Joins the attack, just clipped his heel. And it's Tuma, who hasn't really found his stride, found his rhythm so far in this game, losing possession, but it is Charlton now coming forwards once more. Doubting of the youngsters in this Charlton side, a Charlton side which had 6 changes from the weekend defeat at Deepdale. Their former player Patrick Bauer, the man that scored the goal, which got Charlton into the Championship. Preston Charlton led. Ball's to Josh Cullen, one of the 6 players to come into the side, as was Jason Pearce, who works it to Purrington. Another change. Legs available for Lee Bowyer. Players that have been sorely missed in recent months. Drove him mad. Charlton conceding 2 goals. Conceding twice, well, we're just not going to win any games. Side in goals, Charlton. Bursting forwards. Coming up for Lee Bowyer's side, that will be a relief for him. It might just allow a few more players to make their way back. Huge game here against Barnsley, the 1st of February. Side currently occupying the final place in the relegation zone. Cross whipped in, on the way by Pearce. Plenty of time in the final third. First start tonight since October. Brought down by Matthews under no real pressure. Green just hooks it to Hector. This new centre-half pairing for Fulham over the last 4 games. Alfie Mawson watching on from the bench. To find a bit more ingenuity, a bit more creativity. Final third. No Alexandra Mitrovic, of course, for them here this evening, but also Abubakar Kamara or Anthony Knockout, who misses out the first time in the Championship this season. Caballero, who perhaps is the man that has to step up here for Scott Parker's side. He wins them a corner. Takes. Banked behind that goal. He's whipped in and it's Hector with the header. And Fulham should have been ahead. And Michael Hector knows it. A glorious opportunity. Free header. And a real let-off for Charlton. Delivery by Caballero. Hector inside the 6-yard box. Had to do better. Marta goes down, and the referee Steve Martin took his time there, perhaps pausing play. Now knowing that it's a head injury for the Fulham midfielder. Challenging with Josh Cullen. Hoping here. Not too serious for Harry Arter, who his first start 3 months here tonight. Contributions off the bench in recent games. A stunning goal. Aston Villa in the 3rd round of the FA Cup, which sets up their chance to take on Pep Guardiola's Manchester City this coming weekend. last goal here tonight will be so crucial. Fulham not been beaten this season once they've got ahead. Beaten 15 times they've struck first. Situation. Worked hard in this game so far, Lee Bowyer's side. They've looked structured, organised. From Harry Arter there, the halfway line. Immediately looking to press. Josh Onomah, just look at the pace from him there as he made life difficult for Pearce. Di Cordova-Reid. Great challenge by Tom Lockyer. Took command of the situation, hurt himself in doing so. It all came about the pressure placed on Pearce by Josh Onomah. So many injuries, Charlton. Tom Lockyer, a player they really do not want to see down. He missed one game so far this season, and that was because of suspension. Linchpin for them. Part of that Charlton defence back on his feet now, moving particularly well. Battling away. Where it came from by Pearce, now McDonald. Involved this scene, chested down by Tom Ahmed, who hasn't had a sight of goal so far in this game. Challenges flying in. Handball against Harry Arter. McDonald now down for Fulham. Stop-start beginning to this second half here. Plenty at stake, plenty for both of these sides tonight. Charlton can put 8 points between themselves and the bottom three. Fulham just 1 point between themselves and the top two. Still will have to play both Leeds and West Brom this season. Thoughts. That goes Fulham's way by Jason Pearce. Good the games that Fulham have left to play. Charlton go to Elland Road on the very final day of the season. What could be at stake in that game? Lee Bowyer to Yorkshire, looking to deny his side a place, his former side a place in the Premier League. Years at Elland Road, so who knows, could be scrapping for survival the final weekend. Certainly hope not here. One win, 16 games. Emmett, arm done by Michael Hector, such a cool customer. Fulham since September before being able to make his debut against Aston Villa, so we've got a good feel for his teammates, the way that they play. Congola will join Fulham on loan, another defensive option. He's on the bench this evening from Huddersfield. difference in the second half. Charlton have actually seen a fraction more of the ball so far than Fulham. Possession did drop off considerably on Friday in the second half as they battled to that 1-0 win against Middlesbrough at Craven Cottage. Navigate their way through a few nervy moments towards the end of that game. It's a third 1-0 win in 4 games for Scott Parker's side, showing perhaps a defensive strength that found earlier on in the season. Tested so far in this second half as Hector looks to sweep it long this time, looking to find Cavallero. Good touch from Cullen. Cavallero rolls it to his right. Onuma. King Onimus here for Fulham. Can he find the cross? It'll find Cavallero. Vital block, and then McDonald couldn't catch it cleanly. Worrying moments there for Charlton. So much commitment. Obviously, Bowley's side. It's flying in the way. Played by Josh Onuma. Captain setting the example. Jason Pearce flying in. Effort from Cavallero. Not just ignite this contest, which is a bit sleepy since half-time. Too much has happened. For Hector to deal with. Hemed again being a menace, but again it was Hector who came out on top. Johnny Williams may be introduced here for Charlton as Hemed filters it to his left to Cullen. Chance here perhaps for Charlton, straight at Rodak with players well positioned. They had too many opportunities tonight, Charlton. Valero just being tangled up there with Jason Pearce. Play continues. Cavallero. To get familiar with the ball once more. Good spell of possession for them. Movement from Harry Arter. Tom Kearney. Loose touch from him. Charlton, 5 players strung across the edge of their area, protecting Dylan Phillips. Fulham work it wide. Onuma. Arter. Doy outside of him, finds Onumar instead. Tim Reed. Hemed working hard. Everybody behind the ball for Charlton. Bryan. Fulham being encouraged by their supporters. Bryan has a go straight at Phillips. Easy hold. Save this season Phillips has made. 12 the goalkeeper in the Championship. Hasn't been breached so far tonight. Charlton in 19th place in the Championship. Fulham in 3rd, looking to narrow the gap to Leeds and West Brom to make their first change of the night. Morgan makes way. Johnny Williams, another player who can pick the lock, can find that pass. Led the Championship in assists. He got injured back in October, a knee injury in a 3-0 win here. The struggling Derby County. You can get back to full fitness, the better for Charlton Athletic. Overeat. Waiting now. Here left side. Parker. Eboya watching on from the edge of their technical areas as Harry Arter just fails to keep that one in play. Charlton, the goals being forthcoming for them. They've created fewer chances in the division than any other side this season. Fewest attempts at goal as well, but they do possess shot conversion rate once they try their luck. Away. This time someone needs to take command of that situation, and Jason Pearce looks as if he's harmed himself there in doing so. It's Williams under pressure by Onuma. Fulham bench not happy with that decision. Turn here for Charlton with Jason Pearce, although it looks as if way back to his feet. Gets it wrong, the door half open here for Charlton, but no way through in the end for Tom Ahmed. Desperately seeking that one chance tonight, Tom Ahmed, to score his first goal for Charlton. Intervention from Tim Ream to bail out his central defensive partner Michael Hector, who hasn't done much wrong so far this evening. Hasn't done much wrong since coming into the Fulham side. Good results here this season. Charlton Athletic, they've beaten Leeds United, they've held West Brom. Best of headers away. Kearney looking to pounce upon the loose ball. Touches from Hector. Pratley gets his boot in the way. Bang. It's on a knife edge. Score so far. But a result which would allow them to breathe a little easier towards the wrong end of the Championship. Fulham would have seen this as a real opportunity tonight. Really test the toughness, fortitude of Leeds and West Brom. Then caught up the race for automatic promotion. 11-point gap, now down to 4 points. Fulham hoping to make it 1. From Kearney, 2 for Company. Just to link up with De Cordova-Reid. Go from Arter to De Cordova-Reid, who's going to go for goal here. Didn't catch it well. Williams just smacks it away for Charlton. Composed Michael Hector, the good defender. Tries to send in across here, it's blocked by Purrington. Jason Pearce encouraging his side to perhaps ride a storm or two in the time that remains. Haven't got too much by way of options to try and change things on the bench as Williams is brought down. Mitrovic, Kamara, no knockout tonight available for Scott Parker. Knockout missing out for the first time this season. Such a point earlier in the game. Side in the Championship has fewer individuals who have scored in away games this season. Fulham, 9 of their 16 goals. Mitrovic. Mehmet now. Was he caught by Hector? Eyes towards Steve Martin, the referee, who shows absolutely no interest whatsoever. Fulham waste no time whatsoever. Getting the game back underway. Ostuma. Reverse pass. Doughty. Hector dragged out of his central position. Ostuma gets it so wrong. Never looks set. Knows what a chance that was. Well, Tom Mehmet has worked hard tonight. To make life as difficult as he could for Michael Hector and Tim Reid. He's fed off scraps, really. Watch out for the remainder of this game. It is Lyle Taylor. Comes on here for Charlton. What can he do? The final 20 or so minutes. Looking to involve himself. Just lifted the crowd here inside the Valley. 7 goals he scored this season. It's 3 games through injury. No doubt about that. Step up here tonight for Charlton. Like perhaps being a night when just one moment can win a game. Fulham becoming experts at grinding out 1-0 wins in a different way. Loose from Tim Ream. Here's Johnny Williams. Arter looking to match him stride for stride. Makes a good challenge as well. Remains in play. On him up. Kearney. It's the move rolling left, but it's a misplaced pass. A poor piece of play from Tom Kearney. Surprised to see Harry Arter make way, working his way back to full fitness as he implores more from his teammates. Makes his way off Silas Christie. A spell on the bench for Fulham in recent weeks. Comes on in his place. Over Reed. Swapping sides here. Taylor. That goes up against him. Offers Charlton something different, Lyle Taylor. Saves his best work away from the Valley. 8 of his last 11 goals away from home. Taylor, Hector though, steps in once more. Aaron Pratley. Back to Jason Pearce, who looks long. Comes off Taylor. Pratley manages to link up with Doughty, who's into the area, wasted opportunity. Oh, Taylor turned away in fury. Good time they Breton here tonight, Charlton. It just gives these fans encouragement that they might just be able to turn this situation into 3 points. Not restricted Fulham to just one attempt on target so far in this second half. From Hector, seized upon by Williams. Matthews has to thread it down the line, turned into touch. Final 15 minutes here at the Valley. We'll probably see a point tonight as a good point, but they're perhaps beginning to sense more there for them. Hurrington. Christie hits it long. Chance to strike here perhaps for Joe Bryan, who just slashes across his effort. Hasn't happened for Fulham in the final third tonight. Tom Kearney is going to make way. That's it. In his place. To move the ball around so well for them, but quite lacking someone to hit through the middle tonight. Link the play together higher up the field. Williams. Scenic route through the Fulham midfield, but he rolls it right to Matthews. Doughty into the near post to Williams, who meets the ball. He did the final touch come off. It came off Tim Ream. Charlton here at another corner. Fifth corner of the game for Lee Bowyer's side. 9 times they've scored from corners this season, as many as any other side in the Championship. Can they make it 10? Corner swept in. Huge sense of disappointment all around the valley. All waste there for Charlton. Good night for Charlton, in which Lee Bowyer, the new 3-year contract with the club, get any better for them? Can they win this London derby? Beaten Fulham. That's 10 times they've faced them. Side flag goes up. So beginning to get some bodies back. Taylor, 20 minutes here tonight. Johnny Williams building up his fitness as well. It's a blow for Charlton to lose Conor Gallagher, who offered them so much, gave them so much creativity. Europa League winner with Chelsea season. That's the kind of quality that they've lost. The bench for that final against Arsenal in Baku. Chelsea sent out straight to Swansea. Long ball forwards here, should be Phillips. Will play for the Charlton goalkeeper. Hansen just loitering behind him, but Phillips fully aware. Under pressure, Charlton relentless in their work. So they can't go without possession. They're one of 4 teams in the Championship this season that actually have lower average possession at home to away. Expected to have spent much of tonight. Fulham move the ball, working hard, prevent them from finding a way through. They managed to do that so far. Williams onto the loose ball. Referee Steve Martin only a couple of yards away, happy for play to continue. He Cordova-Reid. Issadoy. Cavallero. He Cordova-Reid once more, but he can't connect with the cross. More disappointment for Fulham in the final third.
Substitution for Charlton. Exit number 29. Aaron Ostuma.
Change of the evening for Charlton. As Tuma making way, and Andre Green, who scored at the weekend, defeat against Preston, his first Charlton goal to come on. Final 8.5 minutes here. Sudden. Sharper perhaps at the front end of the pitch. Andre Green, Lyle Taylor, both on. Done by Williams. tackles. Over on the far side now. Having switched the fullbacks here. Dennis Odoi now operating the left-hand side. Draw when the two sides met here in the season. 2-2 at Craven Cottage, a game which Charlton did lead by 2-1. Attempts at goal tonight, Charlton. As I mentioned earlier, no side has had fewer attempts at goal this season than Lee Bowyer's side, but no side has a higher conversion rate than them. Can they create one more chance here tonight, or can Fulham win all 3 points late on? Cavallero looks at the referee, who decides to bring play back here, and a free kick in a position of real danger. Looked blunter than usual in the final third tonight. Fulham without Anthony Knockaert, without Aleksandar Mitrovic, without Abubakar Kamara. Is a set piece perhaps better route to goal for Scott Parker's side? Cavallero and Bryant stand over the set piece. Cavallero flips it towards the back post. Charlton get it away. Trying to make it look like there was some confusion there. Bryant and Cavallero, but I think it's all part of the plan. Move Charlton out of shape. See them lose their concentration. Williams brought down. Charlton on to 30 points, edge them closer. That Lee Bowyer would have set for them. Start of the season to survive in the Championship. It will put 6 points between them. Barnsley in 22nd. Barnsley will come here in Charlton's next game on February the 1st. Yellow card for Josh Cullen. Fulham been able to find their flow, haven't been able to find their rhythm in this second half. Attempt on target so far since half-time. Christie into the area, Hector contesting the header with Lockyer. Defender comes out on top, and now Lyle Taylor. What can he do here for Charlton? Looks to send in the cross. And Cyrus Christie stretches out to take the ball away from Johnny Williams. Vital interception from Cyrus Christie. Crowd are on their feet behind the goal here. This the moment for Charlton. Lockyer is forward. So too the captain Pearce. Bradley, the former Fulham man, a target as well. Corner comes in, deep delivery, and Hector left it. Bradley just couldn't quite turn it back across goal. Hector saying that he got a shout to leave it there. Onama. This game in the balance. Can someone win it for their side? Make a huge difference for their seasons if they can find a winner here. Johansson unable to bring it under control, but Fulham have a throw in Charlton territory.
Placing
Johnny Stansfield comes on. The time this would be for him to strike. It's the place of Josh Onomah. Side flag goes up on the far side. Poor play. Fulham. Less than 2 minutes remaining here at the Valley. No score between Charlton and Fulham. Too many chances either, if truth be told. This wins the header. Williams steps in. He's been lively since his introduction, trying to make something happen for Charlton. Holds off the challenge of Johansson, gets it back from Pratley. Well done, as ever, by Dennis Odoi. He looks flustered. Always looks comfortable, no matter where Scott Parker plays it. On both sides of the defence this evening. Decorated central defender throughout much of Fulham's promotion-winning season. Through the back of Johnny Williams there to give Charlton a needless free kick. He's timed his challenge wrong. Williams slowly makes his way to his feet. Into the final seconds of this contest. Will we find a winner? 3 more minutes to be added on at the Valley. This time it's Lockyer who's penalised. West Brom looking on, hoping that Charlton take points off Fulham here, who had the chance tonight to move within 1 point of second place. The gap will be closed, but not to the degree that Scott Parker would have wished. Too long to go though. This championship season, an 11-point gap eroded down to 3 in a single game. A chance to strike for Fulham, who have to play both Leeds and West Brom before the season is out. They take on West Brom just 3 games before the end of the campaign. Taylor wins the tussle with Hector. Now Williams. Hector steps in for his side. He's been magnificent for Fulham tonight. Real addition to their side. It's some dislodging. I think Alfie Mawson took the side who had started every championship game up until New Year. Just telling Dylan Phillips that he's a note of just how long he's taking over this free kick. Wins the header, but Taylor gets on his toes and he's furious the decision has gone against him. Into the final minutes. Time running out for someone to step forwards and win this game. Time for one last chance for Fulham, perhaps. Launched long by Rodak, who's had a very quiet night in the Fulham goal. Just one save to make. Lockyer bouncing into Caballero, now looking to hold him off. Charlton clear the ball away. Stoy wanting some movement, works it short to Johansson, who has it back here. Darren Bradley steps in. Charlton hanging on for this point. Now live Taylor, it could be more for them perhaps. Can't really get the ball out of his feet, but he can win a free kick. Donald picks up a late yellow card. Well, surely the last act of this contest. Leeds United came here earlier in the season and were beaten. West Brom came here 11 days ago and were held to a 2-2 draw. Charlton can upset the big boys in this division. Can they win this game with its very last act? Cullen will stand over this set piece. He whips it in. Dangerous delivery. And guess who got his head to it? Michael Hector, yet again. A rock at the back tonight for Fulham. The game ends in a draw. A point that could be worth so much to Charlton. It is just one win in 17, but it is a very credible point for them here tonight, on a night when Charlton announced officially that Lee Bowyer would be staying with the club for 3 more years. There's a real air of positivity around the valley that the good times are going to come back to this football club. They battled so hard here tonight against the Fulham side who had the chance to move within a point of the top 2, but they just couldn't quite break Charlton open. They had plenty of the ball. Didn't work Dylan Phillips in the Charlton goal too many times. A good, honest contest here that ends Charlton 0, Fulham 0.